Hello all my beautiful sisters from those other misters, welcome back to my channel. Today I am reviewing a whole bunch of Quick Flick products. So Quick Flick is an Aussie brand and they're probably most well known for the Quick Flick, which is essentially a stamping eyeliner tool. The brand kindly sent me a whole bunch of products to play with and I've been testing them out for quite a long time. I've had these products for months now. I've also had a busy life, so getting around to actually reviewing them has been difficult, but today is the day. I obviously have the original Quick Flick here. I have the Quick Brow, which is, I believe, their newest product. I have the Quick Lash. I have Flick Off. I have a pair of their lashes. And I have these guys, which are called the Flick Off Reusable cotton pads, face and eye cotton pads. Let's start at the start with the Quick Flick. So the Quick Flick is a twin pack of eyeliner stamping pens. You have a wing tip on each end and a felt tip on the other end. There is one that's designed for the right eye and one for the left eye, which is fantastic. So each wing is it's a mirror image of each other. It comes in 4 sizes. So I have the to the point size, which is a nice like thin pointy one. There's also a petite, let me just make sure I'm getting these names right, the modest and the grand. The pack retails for $34.99 and not only does it come in black, it also comes in brown and 5 different colors. So there's a green, a blue, an orange, a pink and a red. So the Quick Flick has been designed to basically take the guesswork out of applying a wing liner. It is designed to simply be stamped onto the skin like so. You've got nice clean edges, there's a nice fine point, and then you fill in the, like you line your lash line with a felt tip and you connect your wing up to the rest of your eyeliner. I think the concept is fantastic for people who might be a bit intimidated about trying a wing, or they find it quite frustrating learning where to place a wing and all that stuff. I have a makeup artistry background, so I was trained how to apply a wing, where to apply a wing, how big a wing should be, and how to create a wing for all different eye shapes. But not everyone has that sort of training, not everyone knows how to do it, and it can be really intimidating and insanely frustrating when you're trying to do your makeup and you try to put on a wing, and if you screw it up, like it's screwed up, and it can ruin the rest of your makeup because you're typically applying it over an eyeshadow look, and if you then want to remove your wing, you are also removing your eyeshadow. So I definitely think that there is a market for this. My personal experience was, look, it's not my favorite. Probably because I already know how to apply a wing to myself and I'm very confident with doing that. I think that made me feel like I was a little bit more hindered by this. Also, I think a big thing for me is my eye shape. Now, I have quite deep set eyes with a heavy brow bone. So that means my eyes sit fairly deep back into their sockets, and I have a lot of like curvature in the area where you would typically apply a wing. So when you're taking a flat object and then trying to stamp it over a curved area, you have one of 2 things happen. You either end up with a full like intense filled in stamp, but it's been warped because you've had to press so hard to like get it into the different like curved edges of the skin, which means that the shape is wonky, or you have basically a guideline. So it's sort of little bits of the stamp that have hit the skin to show where the stamp would have ultimately filled in the skin. And that was the option that I went for when I was using this, because the first time I did it and I put it on, I'm like, okay, I obviously have to press harder because of, the shape of my eye and the way it's structured if I want to get a full proper stamp. But then it looked warped. So I took it off and I tried the like gentle stamp just to create sort of a guideline of where the wing would be with this particular tool, and then I filled it in with the felt tip marker end. When it comes to the felt tip marker end, it has a very, very fine point, which is fantastic. I love that. However, you can probably see that it is quite a thick pen, and the whole pen in itself is quite thick. Now, you can definitely get a nice thin line with it, and like the formula is very black, it's very intense, and it lasts really well, which is fantastic. However, what I did find, and this is, you know, small eye problems, when I am trying to line my upper lash line and then like fill in the wing and connect the wing to the lash line, the size of the pen could make it very easy for my vision to be obstructed. So I couldn't see exactly what I was doing. There was lots of moving around, lots of angling the pen at different angles to make sure that I could actually see what I was doing to get the precision that I like. Some of you would have already known this, you would have heard me say it a million times. I much prefer a brush applicator for eyeliner pens because I am older, and as you get older the skin on your eyes is definitely not as tight and firm as it was when, you know, you're much younger, and the skin very, very easily moves, and it's very easy to like tug and get skipping on a line or when you're creating a line. And I find that happens to me a lot with felt tip pens, so I typically don't like to use them. However, the pen works, so I can't complain about it. That's just my personal preference. And I think while this is not something that I would, you know, be running out to purchase again, because I already know how to create a wing, I'm very confident with doing it. I know exactly how to do it on my eye shape, and I don't have any problems with it. I definitely think that this has a place in the market for people who want to experiment and learn, and I think this would be a good tool for people who need to practice where the positioning of their perfect wing would be on their face shape. Let's continue talking about the lash area, and I'm going to talk about these two products together because they go hand in hand. We have the Quick Lash Adhesive Liner and we have the Quick Flick Lashes. These are the to the point variety. They come in 3 different sizes, and they also have the grand, the modest, and the petite, and again they all come in 3 different sizes. The ones that I have here are the 2, and you might be able to see that, you know, I have a little bit of lash in here, but I have the other half on my face today. I have very, very small eyes. These lashes, I cut them in half and they come up to about here on me. So that gives you a bit of an idea of like how small my eyes are, and the fact that these lashes are going to work for people with very large eyes as well. I quite like the quality of these. They're soft. They don't have a clear lash band, which is always my preference, but you know, it is what it is. The lash band is soft though, which is a bonus. And of course, if you're applying them over your wing eyeliner, it doesn't matter if the lash band is black. But if you're using one of their colored liners and you want to pop these over, you are going to have a black lash band showing. So I would love to see them dip into the clear lash bands. The lashes retail for $19.99 a pair, but you can also buy them in bundles and get them a little bit cheaper. The lashes I like. These will definitely get used more. The shape is great. The size is great. I like the style. It gives me that, you know, nice lift, so I'm all for it. Another product that I absolutely love, and I've been wanting to try one of these for a long time, so when they sent me this I was like, yes. It's the Quick Lash Adhesive Liner. this is so good. So this is essentially a lash glue in a pen format. It is a felt tip pen. It retails for $24.99. I have the clear one, and you might be able to see that like my felt tip is starting to look a little bit dirty because, you know, I'm actually using it. But it does come in black and brown as well, so it can sort of double as an eyeliner. Now, basically what you do with this product is you get your eyes all ready for lash time, and then you apply this directly to the lash line above your upper lashes, where you're going to put your false lashes, and you just let it set. Only a few seconds, doesn't take long at all, and then you just pop your lashes on, make sure they're stuck on, and off you go. Now, I personally like to take my lash band, I pop this where I'm going to put my eyeliner, and then I take the pen and I just put a tiny bit extra along the lash line. I let it set for like 10 seconds. It really doesn't need long at all because it applies such a small amount of product. It doesn't take like 10 minutes for it to be ready to apply, and then you just pop it on and it sticks. Here we go. We'll test it on the hand and I can show you. So pop that on, little bit on the lash band, do one of these. Not that I really do that normally, but you know. So you can see the lashes are adhered there. It only took a few seconds to get it done. I would definitely say that this is much quicker than my traditional lash glue, which, where is it? Usually I use one of these guys, which is, you know, the traditional. You got your glue in your tube with your brush. The downside of this is that it takes longer to set and dry and be ready to be applied to the eye, because you don't just put this on and then apply it straight to the eye. It's going to be a bad time. You're not going to have fun with that. You're not going to get the best results. I feel like this just makes the application so much quicker, which is great. I wouldn't say the application is easier. I would say it's the same. It's just so fast. I was so excited to try this, and it has actually exceeded my expectations. I've been seeing these types of lash glue pens on the market for quite some time now, and I've wanted to try one for a long time, but also, you know, I've always had lash glue on the go. And, you know, I'm trying to be that person who doesn't buy stuff that you already own too much of. Another thing that held me back from buying a product like this was I was worried that the tip was going to get, you know, clogged up with like eyeliner and eyeshadow and all that jazz. And inevitably that is going to happen over time. I was worried that it would be like, after 3 or 4 uses, the tip is going to be completely balked and you're not going to be able to use it, but that's not been the case. I've had a really good time with it. I really like this product, and there is a really good chance that this would be my pick for lash glue going forward, just because it is so easy and so simple to use. I wouldn't mind trying the black one because, you know, that's appropriate for me. I wear a lot of black eyeliner, but I also like the clear because I wear a lot of colored eyeliner as well, and a black wouldn't always, you know, be my first choice when I'm choosing an lash glue color. So this is a winner. If you're interested in trying these out and you haven't yet, I would highly recommend this particular one because I've tried it and I enjoy it and I trust it. But yeah, this was definitely my winner. Let's move on to the brows. This here is called the Quick Brow. It's a brow sculpting and lamination gel. I think this is Quick Flick's most recent product. Quick Flick, if you're watching this and I'm wrong, feel free to tell me off. But basically what you have here is like, it's a lamination gel in a tube. So you can see it there. You do this one with the tube and out comes your wand, which has quite a thick product on it. We'll see if we can get a little, there you go, you can see it there. And on the other end you have like 2 different comb types. Plastic comb on this side and a brush comb on this side. And essentially this particular part of the tool is designed to comb the product through your brow, or comb your brow hairs into place, and then flatten them onto the skin with the lamination gel to create a laminated brow look. This retails for $34.99. You can also get it in a twin pack and save 10%. So if you're interested in this and you decide that you absolutely love it, you can, you know, you can buy more and save. Now, I'm not one to follow brow trends. I'm also not one to really follow any makeup trends. Like, I do my own thing because I just do. But I've been seeing these everywhere. It certainly took the social media beauty sphere by storm. So when I received one, I was like, of course I'm going to give it a go. What I discovered is my brows are so unruly, and I think I need to go and have my brow hairs professionally trimmed. I'm not going to do it myself because I'm scared. But what I found with this was, it was like I could get one brow to do the right thing, and it's usually this brow, but I couldn't get this brow to do the right thing. The hairs are boisterous on this side. They are almost like they border on curly. And I just could not get the hairs to lay flat. So I kind of gave up on the laminated brow thing. I also found, actually, because I like to do my brows as one of my final steps. So I kind of like, I get my eyeshadow on and I get my base on. And what I found with this, if I was trying to create a laminated look with my makeup done, I was getting this product all outside of my brows. It was very difficult to keep it just in like the brow hairs. And then obviously when you're brushing the product through and trying to flatten out the hairs, you are brushing it into your makeup. So it didn't work for me as like a, you know, final step makeup product. I did also try it as a step before I do any of my other makeup, like my base makeup. That definitely works better, and that is the way that I would recommend that you use it if you are going to give something like this a go. However, something that I would also recommend is allow it to dry, and before you go in with your base, take a cotton tip and just clean up around the edges, because the lamination gel, it sets clear, which is fantastic, but it can be on the skin, and if you put makeup over the top of it, you can start to see like weird textural stuff. So I would always recommend taking a cotton tip just to remove any excess that might be on the skin that doesn't need to be there where your makeup is going to go. So that's definitely something that I noticed with both application methods, before and after makeup. So after discovering that I have one petulant eyebrow that just doesn't really want to cooperate with the at-home DIY temporary brow laminating, I decided to simply use this product as a brow setting product. So, you know, put on my brow color, get all of my stuff in order, and then use this as a final step to hold my hairs in place so that they're not all like doing their own thing, because they do like to do that, especially this eyebrow. And for that, I quite liked it. I thought it was good. It worked. It held my brows in place. Not as bulletproof as some others that I have tried in the past, but it held everything in place without making them really, really crunchy or like feel kind of weird or heavy or anything like that. Overall, I still like the product. I like the juice that's inside, essentially. Oh my god, I've just discovered they have a beauty fridge. Stop it. That's one of those things I've been avoiding. Like, don't buy that. Don't buy that. It doesn't matter how much you want one. Do not buy something like that. Okay, let's not look at the beauty fridge, but if you're in the market for a beauty fridge, Quick Flick has one and it's currently on sale. Oh, I don't mean to enable people, but I'm enabling. Okay, let's talk about like removal, because when you put makeup on your face, you got to take it off at the end of the day, right? Now, Quick Flick has two products that they sent to me. They have Flick Off. This is the makeup removing micellar water, And they also sent these guys, the Flick Off Reusable Eye and Face Cotton Pads. So let's start with the micellar water. This is 200 mils, so decent size. It retails for $29.99. I think I might actually talk about these like interchangeably because, you know, they kind of go hand in hand. And then they have these guys, which are $29.99, and there's 6 in the box. So the micellar water, you know, cute little packaging. It's got a flip top lid and it does have a pump dispenser, which is great. The Flick Off pads are kind of cute. When I opened these, I was like, oh, I wasn't expecting that. That's adorable. So inside there is a little bag. Oh, you could totally wash these in this bag, could you not? Yeah, once a week you pop it into your mesh wash bag and put it in the washing machine. There you go. So clever. So mesh bag for washing, handy dandy, and 6 cotton pads. I would have liked it to be 7, but look, I'm not judging. Now each cotton pad is double-sided, obviously, because they're, you know, they're material, but they have different material on each side. So there's like a velour type material on the side for the eyes, and then there's like a terry toweling type material on the side for the face. Now, I have had a play with these, and I've got one here that has come out of the washing machine, and I just want to be able to compare it to a fresh one so you can see how they wash up. They're not too bad, but they're not perfect. You might want to chuck them in the wash with a little bit of nappy sand if you want to get them really nice and clean. I did, while I was using these, I was kind of thinking maybe these would be better in like a black color, so that you don't sort of see that discoloration after they come out of the wash, because makeup is very difficult to get out of material once it's in there, and a lot of it is like it's designed to be long wearing and all that jazz, so it's difficult to get out. You could also try, you know, spraying them with a stain remover or something like that if you really wanted to, but I was thinking maybe they'd be better as black, but also potentially not, because you kind of get that satisfaction of like, I'm getting my makeup off when you use these along with the micellar water. So I'll show you on this actually. We'll take this lash off. There we go. Off you come. And I'll just show you how it removes. So micellar water on there, and give it a little one of these, rubby rubby, and off it comes. So it removes quite well. Now, personally, let's talk about the micellar water first. I don't typically use these types of products on my face, and that is because I'm getting old and I have sensitive skin these days, and I find a lot of makeup removing liquids, micellar waters, biphase, makeup removers, all that jazz, I find that they take a bit of work to get makeup off, and I am really, I'm just funny about rubbing around the eye area. I much prefer a balm cleanser or an oil cleanser. It's just my preference. So this isn't something that I would reach for a lot. It is the type of thing I would reach for, like, shall we call it, in case of emergency, where I don't want to try and stand at the sink and wash my face. Like, it happens. We've all been there, and I expect I will be there again in the future. So a product like this doesn't have like a huge spot in my life, but it does have a place, and I know for a lot of other people this is just simply their preferred method of removing their makeup, and that's totally fine. I found this one to be quite effective. You saw how it took off those eyeliner swatches. It does remove makeup really well, and it feels fairly clean on the skin. It doesn't leave like a sticky, tacky residue, which is really nice. The scent is like non-offensive. It almost smells like nothing. It just smells like clean, which is great. And then when it comes to these guys, I think this is a really, really good idea for any like makeup user. If you are the type of person who uses cotton pads to remove your makeup or apply some sort of skincare product after cleansing your face, these are a really great way to potentially lower your impact on waste. This also applies to makeup wipes, and it does say here 20 million makeup wipes are thrown away every day, and it takes 100 years for them to break down in landfill. Like, this is something that is a massive problem in the beauty industry, and it is something that I personally worry about, and it is also one of the driving factors for me to consume less when it comes to beauty products, or not really consume less, because I still use the amount that I use in the space of a year, but I'm also trying really, really hard to minimize my purchasing so that I am not buying excessive product that is eventually going to end up in the bin because it went bad and just create more landfill. So I definitely feel that products like this are a great idea, and they can help to lessen your impact. And until, you know, beauty companies are making wipes and cotton pads and things like that that are basically compostable, then, you know, we have an issue. And even then, are they putting microplastics into, like, oh, it's a, when you really think about it, it gets a bit like, oh, it's a lot. It's a lot. But I think these are a fantastic idea. Now, are they going to last you a lifetime? Probably not. But could they minimize the amount of like makeup wipes and cotton pads that you use throughout a lifetime? I would say definitely so. Okay guys, so that is it on my thoughts on the Quick Flick goodies. I had a great time testing these out. Sometimes I forget how fun it can be to, you know, try out new products and do reviews. I don't do them as much anymore because I don't buy as much. But, you know, when a brand sends you stuff like this, it's great. It gives me the opportunity to try stuff out and share my thoughts with you guys. So thank you to the Quick Flick for sending those goodies over. And I'm sorry it took me 500 years to get my thoughts out there, but you know, better late than never. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you've tried anything from Quick Flick and you got thoughts, feel free to leave your comments down below, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.